turning 30 is not a death sentence. I don't know who made this age 30 to be like one prison, one jail cell, one line that when you cross it, your life is over. Like turning 30 is not a death sentence.
Hi, my name is Golda, and usually you're going to find me either in another country or you're going to find me being creative. But in today's episode, and in honor of my birthday, we are going to be yapping because people talk a lot about turning 30, and I want to give my opinion about it. While you're here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe because we have a good time on this channel. Thank you.
As of today, when I'm making this video, is the 7th of November, and it's my birthday. I turned 27 today. Happy birthday to me. And I actually wanted to do this video like shikimiki, bougie, yada yada yada. Honestly, I don't have the energy on this trend because today has not really been like the best day for me. I've been a little bit down, but I really wanted to talk about this because it's something that sits with me or stays with me or has stayed with me for a while. Now, I had always been that person that had my life planned. Like I planned that I wanted to do this, do that. By this time I want to do okay, like I was one of those people who plan to be married by 25. Honestly, I don't know why you guys thought that. I wanted to be married by 28, 29. That was my ideal age to get married. I still have a little bit of time, so anyways, but that's not to say anything. So I wanted to like immediately after high school, I'll go to medical school for 7 years, go and specialize for another number of years, become a full-time medical doctor. Then I'll get married. Then I'll start having kids. Then. Like, I mean, I plan to order to having kids. Like after having kids, I don't know what else. Dig it. And it was so I was so purpose driven, especially when I came to Germany. So when I came to Germany, I started doing engineering physics. I started studying engineering physics while doing language classes in order to apply for medical school, right? I applied for medical school, yo. Like it's even sad talking about it. Like I applied for medical school for like 3 years in total, and every single year, 3 years or more, and every single year I applied to at least 10 schools. Sometimes it was 15. I think it was usually 15 and above. 15 medical schools, 15 of them. Application period is usually between June and July. I think it ends on the 15th of July, and then like school resumes in October, and then you start receiving the rejections. Mind you, that it's not as if I had bad grades. Like if you convert my grades to German grades, I had like 1,2. Um, I don't have time to explain it, but like just say so it's a good grade. The best grade is 1.0, and I had a 1.2. That's what 1,2 is. Sorry, I forgot I was supposed to get it. Anyways, that was like what I had, like that's the grade that I had, and I had good language results, but I kept on getting rejected so many times. The worst part about this thing is the rejection from my favorite school, the school that I really wanted to go to, usually came like always on my birthday or the day before my birthday. So my birthday was always sad for like 4, 5 years straight. I was always sad on my birthday because I'm just like, this is something I really want. This is like really one of my greatest heart desires. Like, why is God doing this to me? What did I do? Okay, like what did I do? Okay, then I'm offense. But anyways, I got rejected so many times. And you know, I tried not to make the outside world get into me because people are always like, yeah, by the time if you're turning 25, you need to have this figured out, you need to have that figured out. Because 25 is that mark before 30, where 30 is the line that they draw on your ladder. Your life is over at 30, but 25 is the precursor of the line, and I'm preparing for that line, right? So they were like telling me that, oh, if by 25 you don't have a stable relationship, just forget about marriage. Na. Personally, I want to get married. Like, I'm not against getting married and so on and so forth. Even though I'm always like, it's not like I need to get married. I want to get married, but I want it. It's something I really want, but it's not all cost, Sha. That's what I say. It's not all cost. Anyways, so like that was the noise that was going on around me and the way they were drawing the light at 30 years old. And the thing is, I said to myself and I was like, I'm turning 25 this year. That was 2 years ago. I'm turning 25 this year. I don't have anything. My last rejection came in that same day from Heidelberg University. See, God will punish all of you, but you who there, God will punish you. Anyways, my last rejection came from Heidelberg University that I was not going to, that did not come into the medical school program. I was so depressed. I was so depressed on my 25th birthday because I was doing a study. I was studying something I was not really interested in, like engineering physics. I was not really, really interested in it. I was just doing it because, well, I have to do it, right? And I even had my degree, like I was already done with my degree. I had a degree that I did not like. I did not want to have. I was in a place in my life that I was not just happy with my life at all. I was so broke when I was saying, but I was so broke. I was broke and jobless. I recently lost my student job. Like, it's like the world came crumbling down on my 25th birthday. I was so sad. I even made a video I posted on TikTok. I took the video down or I archived it. I'm not sure. But like I made a video talking about like how I feel bad about this day. I hate my birthdays and so on and so forth, right? And as for you, my relationship with God was doing tick, 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 tick. You know, like as it usually does. Like my relationship with God is never the most stable, honestly. It's always here and there, here and there. Do you get? And now as I went to God, he's my dad, he's the only father that I know, Sha. My own, he didn't even go to get milk. He never even showed up at all. But story for another day. He's the only dad I know. I spoke to God about it and I was crying. I was so sad and everything and everything. And God was like, hold up, hold on. So you're crying to me because you're 25 and you don't have your whole life figured out. Okay. So if you're supposed to live to the age of 75, right? And you're 25 today, you have and you figure everything out today on this very day. Like let's say I give you everything you're asking for today. What are you going to do the rest of your life? Like what are you going to do the next 50 years of your life? What are you going to do with it? And as I was scratching my head, exactly like this, that's it. It's true. It's true. Like I was putting, like I'm putting so much pressure on myself to be this person that has everything figured out by this certain age. What am I going to do the rest of my life? You know, and as somebody who needs to, because I need stimulated, I need something to look forward to. I need something to work towards. I need something. Okay, I need something. So turns out I was putting so much accent on what was in the future, what I want for my future, that I forgot to live in the present. I forgot to be present where I was. Like it made me think about the story of Joseph, right? Joseph had dreams. God spoke to Joseph through his dreams, right? That's exactly like me. God spoke to me through my dreams. Now let's talk about Joseph. So God spoke to Joseph through his dreams and told him, you're going to be this big man and your brothers are going to bow before you 2 times. And Joseph interpreted those dreams correctly, right? That was his future. You know, that was his future. And imagine what Joseph was thinking when his brothers sold him into slavery. He became a servant at somebody else's house. He was supposed to be a big man or like a king or something like that. They were going to bow to him. However, turned out that they sold him and he became a servant for a while until he became a chief servant. I was just thinking that, okay, if I was Joseph, I'd probably be thinking that, maybe I was supposed to be by a chief servant this whole time, or I didn't even knew that I was supposed to be by a chief servant. I was thinking I was going to be a king, you know, and maybe this is where it ends for me. And then before you knew it, bam, God took him to the lowest of the lows, rock bottom, jail. He was in prison. In prison. Like, I was just imagining what was going through his head. That the God that promised me that I was going to be a big man. How come this prison here, is this where I'm going to end? Like, there's no way, like, there was no possibility. Human eyes, that human eyes could see that Joseph was going to become like a big man or something like that. There was no possibility. Like, personally, I could not imagine it. However, we're going to see God ride straight on crooked lights. Crazy work. So, after he's in prison, he becomes the best prisoner. And he becomes the best prisoner. Now they take you out of his prison hole and they make him to be the chief marshal because of his dream and so on and so forth. If you don't know the story, you gotta read your Bible. Go read your Bible. Means I'm not best at reading my Bible. Go read your own. So, anyways, and I'm just looking at the story of Joseph. One thing that stood out to me was the fact that he always became the best at what he did. When he was a servant, he became the best servant because of how well he served. When he went to prison, he became the best prisoner because of how well he served in prison. Until he went to the point where he became the governor, and you know, and it made me to, and like I sat with that and I was like, yo, this whole time I missed the whole point. I was not serving where I was. I was literally not serving where I was. I spent so much time looking forward to the frost. Hey, what next? Oh, I want to be this. I'm not this. If I'm not this, I'm not doing. Literally, that's what it was. Like, I barely put effort into being the engineer that I was supposed to be, because I'm actually an engineer now. I'm an engineer, almost finishing my master's. But I realized that I was not in the present. I was not serving in the present. And there's so much that you learn from serving, There's so much that you learn from serving where you are. And when I realized all of those things, I was like, oh, let me take a step back. Pause, pause, and actually regroup. I'm not going to say that I'm the best at serving where I am. Like, I'm not going to lie. At the end of that instance, during my mom died, since 4 hours depressed. This year that I started small time, serving, especially when it comes to content creation, like, because this is something that has been on my heart for the longest time ever. And it's a craft or a talent that God has given me. Use it. If you can't come and correct me now, I don't have anything to give him. Because the talent that he gave me, I'm not multiplying it though. It's still there. It's the box that I was preserving, that me no loss. But hey, I'm ring it down and I'm using it. So the lessons that I've learned so far is that, first of all, I need to be in the present. I need to be in the present and enjoy the present. It's okay to look forward to the future, plan for it, prepare for it, pray for it. However, if you're looking forward to the future more than you're serving in the present, there's a problem. There is a problem. Like, if you're ignoring the present to look forward to the future, problem number one. Secondly, pray. My prayer life is not the best. I cannot stand here and be like, no, you need to do this. I cannot tell you what to do, honestly, because I don't have like a consistent prayer life with God. I'm not proud of it, but it's just my reality. It's the truth. Like, I struggle with it. I struggle with it so much. I'm working on it, but pray, pray, pray out, pray. Okay? And thirdly, time is going to pass either ways. Time is going to pass either ways. Because one thing that we have the tendency of doing is that, okay, you plan to be here by 30, but you're already 27. And you've never started what you plan to be at 30, and you don't do it at all, because when 30 will come around, you will still not be where you wanted to be. But guess what? The 30 is still going to come. Whether you do it or not, the test is going to come. And it's going to meet you at the worst position that you were before. So if you start now, you can still be somewhere closer to your goal when you plan to be 30. Like, for example, to see content creation. I planned, okay, no, maybe by 30 I want to be at this place, right? I want to maybe have 100,000 followers. And I'm 27. I'm turning 27 today. I'm just like, yo, people say like it takes 5 years to grow a YouTube account. And by the time I turn 30, I'm not going to be able to have the 100,000 followers that I plan to have. So I'm not going to start at all. Let me just leave it. But guess what? If you start today, you don't know. By that 30 years, you might be at 50,000 followers. It's way better than where you are now with 0 followers. I'm just using this as an example, as in, so that people can get what I'm talking about. You get? But start now. Start now. The time is still going to pass either way. So starting now is the best thing you can do. And yeah, all this is tell you that 20 years is not a death sentence, my darling. At 30, you're not going to die. Some people will die. That's just the truth. Some people will die, but it's not death sentence. It's not room for you to compromise on your goals, on your dreams, on your ambitions, because you're like, I'm getting to 30. I need to settle down small time. I don't agree. I disagree vehemently and fully with my big chest. Do you understand? My chest is small, sha. Well, with my big hands, I reject it. I reject it. But yeah, that's all I had to say. And happy 27th to me. I'm getting old. But yeah, I actually feel like I'm aging well, because in the last year or 2 years back, I was like, well, I don't even know what happened on my birthday last year. Anyways, yeah, enjoy life, live life, and plan your things and do whatever you want to do, because age is just age. You're still going to age either ways. What's the point? Don't put yourself down because no, hey, I'm turning 30. Play. Okay, play. Anyways, so that's it for today. That's it for today. This video is all over the place because I wanted to be real, raw, and come from the soul, or come from the heart of hearts. But yeah, don't forget to mark me in the comments, and I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Love you. Bye.